In the last episode, we revealed the military master plan to claim our missing resources. Or, well, master plan. Some might call it more of a Hail Mary, all in or bust. The plan has been very simple. Unlock green signs, ignore all the shiny things, and hard beeline for red ammo and damage upgrade 2 to make it ever so slightly barely possible to damage big biters. And then, for the second time this playthrough, announce a full research and production stop, except for making more military supplies. The bad news is that the simple act of researching damage upgrade 2 has unavoidably pushed evolution up to 82%, which means a whopping 3/4 of all biter spawns are now sturdy and heavily armored big biters, and each individual nest spawning cooldown timer has decreased to single-digit seconds. But the good news is that evolution is at 82%, which is actually only halfway towards reaching the Behemoth biter threshold at 90%, crazy as it sounds.
That's the 400 gun turrets.
It does some of that quadratic slowdown stuff the closer it gets to maxing out. So, while we reached the big biter threshold at 50% evolution after producing a mere million resources, it'll take a whopping 9 million resources to get to Behemoths at 90% evolution. It has taken us about 5 million iron and copper to get to this point, unlock red ammo and research the required 2 damage upgrades, which means we have roughly 4 million resources left to produce before behemoths appear. That brings us to the bad news. The bad news is that this portion of the playthrough was performed before Factorio version 2.0.27, a time when red ammo was still nearly twice as expensive, costing a whopping 14 resources per magazine instead of the 7.5 it costs today. And unlike the early game combat, which seemed hard at the time but is gonna feel like baby stuff after this episode, we are projected to need literal tens of thousands of ammo per fight for the larger fights, if they even turn out to be possible at all. Well, there's only one way to find out. Will this playthrough have a bright future ahead? Or does it end right here and now in this episode? Let's see how the very first encounter plays out.
Let's practice on doing this properly. So this is dense enough so that I would want to place like walls in between and trap the biters inside. So I probably just want to do this all around every individual nest. The worms are still in the way. Alright. And then, before actually assaulting the nest, I'm going to redo this. How many nests were here? 13. And then I can already pre-fill in all the places where the worms are. 1, it's going to be a bit hard. 2, 3, 4. But this is going to be horrible. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe. Alright. Now we just fill in everything in the center. Leaving a couple open to properly align it. And we can even already prepare the lines we would be drawing later on. So all the individual pieces can stay individual. But if there's like one gap, I might as well just do this. So I don't get OCD'd into placing only exactly the wall pieces that are needed. Now there's a lot of work to do this for every single nest though, I'm not really sure that's going to be worth it. We'll see though. Now we update the blueprint, that is the whole idea. And here comes the trick, we snap it to a grid. But not specifically this one. With Factorio 2.0 you can press Shift and arrow keys to move the tile grid around. The rest I can do with the arrow keys. So that is exactly where it should be, and now I can only place it here. So if I hold my cursor in the bottom of the nest, I should be good. After taking on all the medium worms, we should be able to place the blueprint right on top. Alright. And then ideally I'd place my gun turrets in such a way that I do not trigger these biters. While I can still reach all the worms. If that's a requirement, I need to reach all the worms. So I can start walling up the nest after that. I could already just like plop this in place right now. Just to see where I would be placing walls later on. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. And then I can just place... I can place my turrets right in here. Probably going to be coming in from this angle since I want to stay away from these guys. So maybe from the north here or from the side. Plop some in here and I have the wrong type. Oh, great soundtrack. Oh god. Not ominous at all. I think let's try it like this. Hopefully that will keep these biters away from us. Alright. I think that's how we're gonna try it. Now it's definitely time for a chicken save. This is way too much work to redo every time I die. I'm gonna die a lot, I think. This is a vegan playthrough, as I'm not eating fish to heal. So we're gonna have some tofu saves in there. Alright, I'll just read through chat a little bit. Not because I'm afraid, of course, but yeah, you know, I just need to keep up with what's going on. Alright. I'm gonna reload again because it's gonna be night too early. I'm already reloading my tofu saves before I even died. Okay, let's see. We start with 4,900 magazines. Plus 300 in here. That's like 5.2k magazines. Let's see how many we spend and how many we lose. If we are successful. Oh, this is way too many biters. Oh, I'm so rusty, man. Okay, I think the worms are down, except that one. Somehow I'm not dead, but that might be the case very soon. Okay, well that did not go very good. I just want to observe a little bit what's happening. How many biter spawners are in here anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's a... I'm not sure these turrets can hold out very long. Yeah, this is my problem. Because multiple biters are spawning simultaneously. They're already spawning quite fast from such a small nest, man. We only spent 900 magazines though, taking down the nest, but... Whereas in the early game, we just spike during the takeout and then go down to nearly nothing. Here we keep spending like 500 magazines a minute. So every minute I spend, I'm spending 500 magazines and killing biters. And I suppose that's going to go... Whoa, man, those big spitters are painful. I suppose that's going to go up like linearly with the amount of nests that are available. So here we've got 13 nests, of which like 6 or so biters. So this is still a pretty good one. Oh, this might get a bit more expensive than I thought it was. Right, turrets are running out already. This side got destroyed completely. I think the biters are having a critical mass right now. We are no longer out DPSing the spawn rate, so we need more turrets basically. We need more turrets with ammo to keep the biters at bay while we're doing this. I thought I already put down a lot of turrets, but looks like we need even more. because we are already getting overrun. And it didn't take very long, 2.5 minutes. I did find a new trick though. This was not in the game before, if I remember correctly. I can like repair turrets. Okay, now I'm dead. But we can repair we can repair turrets by just placing new ones on top of them. So that's quite interesting. Alright, so good to know. So I need to protect everything much better. Because if I don't, we get overrun quite quickly. So that's good to know. I am wondering if my aspirations aren't too big. If I already have trouble with a nest this size, how am I gonna take on a nest this size? There's like 30 or more spawners in here. That's like twice the amount we're dealing with right now. Oh man, oh man. Let's go again. I think I just need another intermediate like right here. Do I need to 25 or 50 magazines in every turret? We'll see. It does take more time to put only 25, but then again, I lose a lot less ammo if only 25 magazines go in each turret. Let's go. Stop talking. Okay, not bad. There's a lot of firepower there. Alright, this went a lot better. Okay, there's the last worm. Okay, let's try replacing these. Oh yeah, that is awesome. There's a separate setting for like military sounds or something, right? Weapons volume. Okay, let's try adjusting this so we won't have to listen to gun turret sound for the entire stream. Okay, it should still be audible. I think this is a good balance. Alright, we have all the worms though. We can start from this. And now we just need to be fast because every minute costs us 500 magazines. So let's stay away from there. There's still asset there. Just gonna draw a wall around all the bases. Can I do it without triggering those guys? Maybe if I stay inside. No, don't kill me. Come inside range already. Okay, it's gonna be a bit hard with those spitters. The walls are... The walls are very resistant against spitters, much more than I am. Okay, I'm way too slow with this. I need to speed this up. Be less precise. Right, so that's a wall around. So the biters can no longer get out. And then I can just start filling in everything. Hopefully without getting eaten up too much. And I should not be deconstructing my walls, but I already know I'm gonna do that because I cannot help myself. But I really shouldn't. I was pretty sure I was getting myself killed right there. I think we are already spending way less ammo. Yeah, we're spending way less ammo already. Most of the nests have been blocked off. And we just regenerate a tiny bit of health. How far are we? 1.7k mega. It's not too bad actually, 1.7k. Okay, just attack those. Nope. Oh god, I've triggered them anyway. Alright. This is a futile exercise. I'm just going to have to place gun turrets close by, I suppose. You know what? Maybe I don't. Okay, I do. I'm stuck. I couldn't walk around the corner. I was stuck in the corner. Okay, that was dumb. That was a dumb way to die. You can sometimes walk between this and sometimes not, just depending on something like subpixels or whatever. Maybe I can do this. Okay, I think it's working. No, it's not. Alright, fair enough. This'll do though. Yeah, this is more the way I think. Just go, fill it in. Don't worry too much about details. Okay, I'm not deconstructing that. Good progress, I'm not deconstructing that. No OCD. OCD, stay away. Stay away. I do want to deconstruct that, but I won't. Don't you deconstruct. Just keep placing. Oh, this is much harder though than in the early game. I think I did it though. The turrets have mostly stopped. Holy moly, first nest down. Well, that was not easy.
That was easy. We started out doing the sensible thing and try out our new toys on some of the smaller nests just outside of our pipe walls. These couple nests here are protecting a good copper and iron patch as well as a premium oil source. But the early game combat window simply closed on us too soon to be able to claim these resources earlier. It's good to see that the red ammo combat concept doesn't fail immediately. So let's try the biggest nest of the group. An annoying to maneuver around lakeside location with 15 nests protected by 15 medium worms.
Walk, walk, walk. Alright, we got it. Okay, unmark the trees for deconstruction. Oh, this is going to be very annoying here next to the water. I'm not even sure from which side we should come in. I suppose we should come in from the top side over here. Just work our way around. And hope for the best. I'm gonna try using like biter focused ones only. Because I have the feeling once the turrets lock onto a worm, they'll ignore new biter spawns until the worm is dead. So maybe let's try this for a change. I think I'm just gonna have to sacrifice some ease of wall placement in order to get some of these turrets in. Here we can just go around the walls. Just keep going down, I suppose. And then ideally we get some of these close to the water. We need to reach in here. Problem is, I place this, these worms are going to have free shooting on my gun turrets for a long time. I think that is kind of a solid plan though, but we have to go around to the other side. 6.3k magazines. I hope that's good enough. I'm not entirely sure though. Got 100 gun turrets there. That's 50 stacks of magazines, which need to be inserted. Because I'm doing like half stacks now. I'm no longer bothering taking out. It just takes too much time to take it out. If I take out to 25 magazines, way more of them are gonna get destroyed. And also with all the big biters, 25 is just not enough for me to place all the walls. So I suppose I'm accepting a greater loss of ammo. I think we're just gonna come in from this side. Ideally I draw the biters up north, really. Right, here it goes. Keep placing turrets in front for the worms to focus on. And this is so chaotic. Sorry for the bad cinematography. I can't really zoom out a lot, or I can no longer accurately place my turrets. I think all the worms are down already. Alright, 900 magazines remaining. Alright, I'm gonna assume the rest is still good enough. Maybe not. Okay, I'm out of magazines, so that's gotta do it. I hope I'm fast enough to place all the walls now. One turret had no filter and I just refilled its ammo. I don't see a nest getting... Okay, I do see a nest getting damaged. Oh, it was 100... 100 hit points away from dying. Thanks, thanks a bunch. Holy moly. Right. It survived. That will slowly heal back to full health. Alright, I think I just have to get started. I think I'm just going to fill in the entire area near the coast here. Alright, that was the area where I wanted to walk through still. Such a nice, relaxing, clever soundtrack in the background while all of the onslaught goes on. I think that's kind of the point where we start neutralizing individual biter bases. Oh yeah, I think we're good. There's already not that many spawns going on anymore. So I guess I gotta say thank you Factorio devs for increasing the biter base hit points with evolution these days. Because that kind of saved me. If it were squishy 350 hit point nests, I would have lost this achievement. I probably should do those last. the gun turrets which should be placed under the walls. Okay, I think we're there. That was not so bad.
Yeah, I told you, mate, it's easy.
That was not so bad. Maybe we're getting better at it, but this was the biggest nest so far and it cost me the least amount of effort. And we didn't die. That's always a good point. How much ammo is that though? That was a lot of ammo. That was a lot of ammo. 2.7k spent. And probably even more lost. How much turrets did we lose here? 11. And that's not too bad. That's maximum. Cannot be more than 450 ammo lost because I only put 50 inside. Let's try to repair all my gun turrets again. You can also place damaged gun turrets over damaged gun turrets for some reason. Maybe you can also place... Oh, I can place undamaged ones on top of undamaged ones as well. That's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Let's get on with the storyline, shall we? That is a good deal of resources claimed with a few fairly simple fights. The copper counter increased from 15 million to 21 million. Still a far cry from the 50 million we need, but it's a promising start. The next copper patch though is protected by a more formidable foe, and after our first few combat experiences we found that our early game fight difficulty indicator is no longer relevant. The amount of medium worms, which once took 100 full magazines to kill each, is less relevant now as the red ammo makes quick work of them. They do outrange our gun turrets by quite a bit though, so they can still cause a lot of damage if we don't close the distance fast enough. But the new yardstick for fight difficulty consists mostly of the amount of armored big biter spawning biter bases present in the nest. And for this fight, 12 out of the 19 bases are of the armored biter spawning variant.
We don't need any grenades at the moment. What I need is ammo. Lots and lots of ammo. Yeah, we'll just come back for more walls after we take down the next one. We have to go so far. My stuff is here. 1.4 kilometers. Right, how many ammo do I have? That is 10,000 ammo. Right, that's what I wanted to have. If I cannot do this with 10,000 ammo, I should probably give up. Where am I gonna come in from though? Let's first try to determine that. There's a ton of worms here, so there's a lot of firepower initially. That takes care of the nearby worms. There's a ton of worms, man. It's just so many worms. Alright, once we're here, we can... Then all the acid flinging will be done. Then we can probably start making our way back around the edge. So that's the plan. Come in here, go around like this. There's already 117 gun turrets. So yeah, unlike usual, I'm not gonna take the walls. I'm gonna take the walls once all the worms are down. Which means I'll place them in a chest close by. Like there. Okay, so what do I want to take? My gun turrets, the grenades, and ammo. Only ammo. Then later we can pick up the walls and resupply ammo. Okay, let's go. Okay, they're not coming yet. That was a bad start already. There's a horrible start. Let's see how fast this gets obliterated. Pretty fast. Actually, the worms are doing a ton of damage, man. The early worms. They get the bird and the gun turrets. Yeah, that was... it's completely gone too, man. It's completely gone. in a matter of seconds. Ooh, this strategy... The difficulty of the strategy might go up exponentially with the amount of nests and worms there is present, man. Holy moly. Alright, finger massage. Okay, better, 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 better. Okay, ignore that, just go out. Alright. Okay, that went about as well as it could go, I think. I don't think I could have done that much better. This section got completely obliterated. But I think we've got him down. Okay, we don't need this area anymore. Let's go pick up my ammo. And the walls. Apply the blueprint. Alright, and here I'm gonna save. Again, I'm just curious. Before we go in, it's only 1.5k magazines. Taking down the worms is hardly anything, really. So what do I do next? I probably want to fix my gun turrets, so just put no ones on all of them. Maybe we should restock these gun turrets. There's like 9 magazines in them still. That means they already shot 40 magazines. That confirms I should leave like 50 magazines in there always, basically. There should still be a ton of ammo in all of these gun turrets though, because I came in with 10k. Okay, so as long as we don't have the walls placed, spending up to 1,000 magazines a minute here. With 19 nests. 1,000 magazines a minute, that means I have like 10 minutes. Including the initial startup wave that diminishes from that. Until everything runs out like this. Holy moly. Okay, this is not over yet then. Because I gotta place like 1,000 walls or something. Alright, let's go. Alright, so first... I think the rest should be good. Yeah, let's just... I think we'll just start walling the center. Hope for the best. Maybe they'll get stuck in the center if I just randomly... I get stuck in the center. Maybe they get stuck in the center if I just randomly place a lot of walls. I think that's actually not a good idea. I will get stuck in the center while I try to place all my walls. That's it. Oh, if I do that, they spawn or what? An alarming amount of turrets are starting to run out of ammo. Still so much gunfire. think we're almost there, actually. Maybe we are there. Alright. Mamma mia. That was surprisingly possible, though. $4.2k magazines spent. I guess we can find out how much we lost after we deconstruct everything again. Yeah, it's all about securing the resources to reach Vulcanus, and all of that has got to be done before Behemoth Biters at 90%. That is why the entire early game has been dedicated to denying biter expansion and claiming land, and now we're doing the same again, except in the big biter era, where we can take on slightly bigger nests thanks to the upgraded red ammo, but only for a short amount of time. Alright, let me test something. This should not influence spawns, right? I mean, I can walk through this now, but biters should not be able to spawn here. Do I really want to repair all these walls? Why are Behemoth Biters the deal breaker? Because they do not take damage from this ammo. Currently we do 11.5 damage. Behemoth Biters have 12 armor, which basically makes them invincible. Not literally invincible, but practically invincible. They will take like 0.3, 0.4 damage from one bullet, which says that's like, I don't know, 7,000 to 8,000 bullets, 700 to 800 magazines to kill a single Behemoth Biter, and they're gonna be spawning non-stop from the nests. So that is not really feasible. Unless we go into more damage upgrades, but that is too big of a deviation in terms of resource cost. Then we just physically don't have enough resources nearby to get off the planet anymore, if we need to tag into deeper territories of damage upgrades. We did the red and the green ones, but military science is like 2.5 times as expensive as red and green combined. So 700k of this is equivalent to 2.5 million red and green science packs, just to get the damage to maybe deal a little bit with behemoths. It's just not gonna happen. But hey, this is good news actually. We claimed the copper. That's all we had to do really to claim this copper. We can mine it now. We can just belt it through these existing nests. The pollution will get absorbed by forest. There's forest all around this copper patch, which makes it so good. So I think that's gonna turn green. We can add 5 million more copper to what is ours. 26 million. And 30 million still left to fight for, if we can.
Well, that wasn't too bad at all. And now we're up to 26 million copper controlled, over halfway towards our goal. This is gonna be easy. Well, pretty soon it turns out to be not so easy. The next nest protects 2 important iron sources, a whopping 12 million in total. But it's really 2 nests spread out, with a ton of worms, a ton of biter spawners, and a ton of forests in the way of gun turret placement at the back half of the nest. The fights are getting so large that we cannot carry everything in a single trip anymore, and we have stashed 2 ammo resupply chests in a strategic location, and the 3000 walls we need are located in yet another chest. Our inventory is all ammo and guns. Let's go!
That's the biggest one so far, but that is the normal size of a blueprint like this. This is like 4 times the size, man. Control arrow. Alright, that is the entirety of the blueprint. Then is the question, from which side do I want to come in? I almost feel like I do want to come in from this side and just work my way around, so I can take down this worm, all of these to work my way around, and then continue on this side. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna undeconstruct all the trees, since I don't want to deconstruct trees to place my gun turrets. I'm not gonna have time for that. And we're gonna place some more over here. We're just gonna override the wall blueprint. We're gonna need a lot of firepower, man. That actually has the potential to grab all the worms in the back here as well. 5, something like that. And then we still cannot reach the worms in the back here. We will have to go... Once we place this, we have to go back through here or something. Grenade some forest and place some turrets on the far side as well. Like here, maybe? 1, 2, 3 layers. I don't know, something like that. How many gun turrets is that? 151. We're gonna lose some, but I have 100 backups then. So that theoretically should be good enough. I'll make a copy of this. This is so that after I'm done, I can just place back all my gun turrets properly. All the destroyed gun turrets I can quickly just put back into place, and then all the filters will already have been set on those. I'm gonna need more bullets than I have on me though. Again, at least 10k would not be too much of a luxury. Magazines, walls. Right. This is what a base would... I already forgot that we actually built this thing. I'm starting to feel again like all we've been doing for the entire playthrough so far is just neutralizing biter bases. I kind of forgot that we built 900 SPM of red and green signs, which is now doing nothing. Alright, so just magazines it is then. 84.33%. $8,300. Actually, I can carry 8,400 magazines. We can just take one more stack in our hand. I just cannot put it away anywhere. I hope I don't need to chop anything or something. 8,400 magazines is what we can take. Let's sprint back. 12k magazines. I think that should be enough. Ah, no, no, no. I cannot I cannot select the deconstruction planner to open the pipes. I should have left them open. Because I have ammo in my hand. Okay, how am I gonna go then? I need to go around the pipe, so let's hug the water border. Min-maxing too much here. I guess if biters trigger on me, I'll just throw the ammo at their heads this time. But to attack, probably have to strategically lay out my ammo chests. 4 chests, man, that is 12,900 ammo. And then I'll grab all the magazines I can carry is this in my inventory. So this is what I want to stash, plus the walls. I cannot even carry all of that. Right, so first let's walk around to the right side and stash our ammo as close by as possible without the biters actually trying to attack those. And then the walls on the other side. So likely we'll place these turrets and then we'll grab the walls, something like that. Alright, stash is in place. That means we can grab everything here. Anyway, I'm procrastinating again. Oh god. Here we go. My fingers are not ready. I'm not ready. This is the first battle of the stream. What a battle it's gonna be. Go, 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 go. Okay. Okay. Don't go. Alright. Trigger on this. Okay, trigger. Place. Start placing some. These all don't have the filter. Okay, now they do. Why did I skip this one? Oh. Oh, this is not going to be a first try one, I can guarantee you that. It's not going too bad actually. There's too many biters on me though. I think I'm too slow at this last part here. Especially if I misplace every single turret. Okay. I'm not gonna get through here though. I'm stuck. Okay, I have to heal. There's acid everywhere. Okay. Oh, I don't know if this is a good vantage point though, but all the worms seem to be down. What do I expect to go better than this? Not misplacing as many gun turrets, I suppose. Everything here has been destroyed. I first need to reinforce the couple stations of gun turrets I have, put enough ammo in them, and only then start with the walls instead of letting everything broken get destroyed. I only have 60 gun turrets though, there's so many broken gun turrets. I'll reload the save, let's just see what the stats are at this point. A magazine spend is not too bad. We lost 80 gun turrets though. So how many bullets are we spending per minute? Oh, there's only 900. We might have a shot at this. Let's see if we can do it. I'm here now, so let's grab half of the walls, which should be enough. I need to heal. I cannot walk into that forest right now. I realized I made the blueprint. Problem is I misplaced so many gun turrets that it's gonna mark a ton of them for deconstruction. Alright. That's reinforced. Okay, I don't have... Okay, I'm out of good gun turrets. Okay, let's keep some magazines in case... Okay, deconstruct everything, cancel everything. And then the wall blueprint on top. First of all... We'll chop the trees. I don't want to super spam walls, but no deconstructing at least. Yeah, I should have filled in the blueprint. It is way more comfortable to fill in the blueprint if just everything is ghosted. bad. Okay, these are all empty. Okay, apparently I did not reinforce that properly. Do I still have ammo? I still have 900 magazines up there. I think I should grab those then first. We might not have enough magazines to pull this off, man. I don't know. Grab the rest of the magazines. Alright. We'll let those die. Instead I'll reinforce this side here. Alright, that's like half a stack of magazines. I still got 800 left. What is dying? Wait, what is dying? I am dying. Man, this is hard. Oh, holy moly. Thanks SF Hobbit for the raid with 106 people. Welcome everybody. We are having a hard time trying to fight big biters with gun turrets with barely upgraded red ammo. It's not working out very well for us. We're trying to neutralize these nests because we cannot destroy any nest. We are doing a challenge where we play with a 1000 times science cost multiplier, while also trying to get the keeping your hands clean achievement, which says we cannot destroy biter bases until we have artillery, which is unlocked on Vulcanus. We are 65 hours in. We spent about a third of the time building a base and the rest of the time doing this. We opened with 36 hours of walking around. Then we built an actual base which does 900 SPM. And now we've just started neutralizing more biter bases to claim more resources, because it turns out you need a lot of resources to tech your way off the planet if science is 1000 times as expensive. Time to abandon Norvis. It's what I'm trying. I'm literally doing a hard beeline to get to Vulcanus. But that is a million signs just to unlock the planet, a million blue signs, 500,000 for thrusters, another million for rocket silo, another million and a bit for all the prerequisite technologies. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take like 100 million iron and whatnot, and it's default settings. For the rest, everything is on default settings, the hard way. Okay, let's go pick up at least this and this. I have 21 damage gun turrets. Alright, half stacks ammo in there. These are almost destroyed. And out of ammo in general. Alright, that'll have to do. Oh. No, big biter. You shall not bite me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Just need to not wall myself in literally. Right, not too bad. Okay, I destroyed a biter base apparently. Achievement failed. So one gun turret here must be... this one doesn't have the priority set to it. Oops. Trying this is a hardcore challenge, man. I don't think it's possible. There's turrets running out here already. I think it's not possible for me to wall off all of this. I think we just need to come in with much more ammo. We need more ammo and more gun turrets. I need to just be able to repair all gun turrets with healthy ones. And maybe if I don't misplace that many gun turrets, I can also reuse my... Alright. Blueprint which puts all the gun turrets back in place, because we planned it out pretty well. If I can get this build up after the worms are down, we should be pretty good. Let's go back to our tofu save. We are not ready. We are just not ready. We need to make one more resupply trip. This is what we're gonna go in with, except we need more gun turrets, which means a little bit less ammo. Alright, so back to the base it is. More gun turrets and more ammo. At least one more inventory full of stuff. Alright, then we're it is 65 hours in the game. Time to have another handcrafting session, I suppose. Hand feeding session. To make some more gun turrets. 400 gun turrets. 8k iron into gears. And then it's just 8k more iron and 4k copper. I suppose... this should work. Yeah, everything is now in the input slot. So 4k copper. And another full inventory of iron. This is like 300 iron a second being assembled. We're like processing 20 bells of iron in these 80 assemblers for this short moment to make the gun turrets. That's such a cool sound. Alright. Let's say hi to the Johnnies. May the Johnnies bless us. Bless us with your asset. So we may be victorious in our next battle this time. More magazines. Alright, so where do I need my resupplies? I think I'm also gonna stash a resupply at the wall. Alright. I think I'll keep one stash on this side as well. We got then 3 locations where we can pick up ammo from. As close by as I can. Without triggering the biters, something like that. Alright. Suppose nothing much else to do, but just to try. Hopefully I can more accurately place the turrets this time. I think biter was on the way there. No, it's not gonna... I'm stuck. That was insane slowdown effect, man. Holy moly. No, it's not gonna... I'm stuck. It's not my imagination, I think. We go again. Attempt number... I don't know how many. Why do I skip those left gun turrets? That's a great question. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. long as I don't die now. Oh, I forgot to resupply ammo. Oh, that's not good. Achievement still valid. Somehow. Holy moly. This is hard, man. I think all the worms are down. That was at least like 5 attempts or so. Let's just assess the situation, what's going on. It is looking pretty good. A lot more turrets are standing than last time. A lot more turrets are in the right place than last time. So if I put my gun turret thing on top, there's not much red, right? We do get back all these green ones, which have gotten destroyed. If I just force place this on top, I can then just fill in these gun turrets again with the filters on them. We haven't spent that much ammo yet. Let's see how much did we lose this time. 46, that is like half the losses of last time. And the gun turrets in general are looking much better. Maybe not quite. So we need to fix those up, but this time we do have the gun turrets as a backup to fix those up. That was a bit unnecessary, but oh well. So what do we do now? Suppose we first... I think I'm just gonna put full stacks of ammo in every turret, man. I'm just gonna fill it up completely, because it's gonna take so long to wall off everything that... I think even with 50 magazines per turret, it's just gonna run out before I get there. Do I have that much ammo though? 200 turrets. That's 20,000 magazines. Okay, I don't quite have 20,000 magazines, I don't think. I can do like 50 magazines in the area which I'm gonna wall off first, and then 100 magazines in the far away one. Something like that should be good. How much magazines are still in here? 5. That's not a lot. These have already run out. So those have already run out while I was placing the gun turrets on this side still. So I really don't have that much time. Man, I need a lot of magazines. I might need even more magazines. I don't know. These are good though. These are good. I think I can wall this off before this runs out. I just gotta replace these gun turrets over here. Those don't need to be replaced. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Not the walls yet. So many of these got destroyed. Okay, I gotta fix these gun turrets before those get blown up. Out of magazines, I got a stash there. Okay, full stack. Half stack in the front, those might get destroyed. Those can go. Okay. I got 3k magazines in case I need to troubleshoot somewhere. I think it is time to go for the walls now. Walls time. I need to pick up the walls though. Oh, I got more magazines in here still. That should be good. Alright, wall blueprint on top. There's this one. And let's try to get it done. If it doesn't work this time, I'm going to have a hard time believing I can ever do it. Okay, get out, get out, get out. Gotta wait for that guy to die so I can block that off. Okay, that's 2 biter bases disabled. Okay, I'm gonna change focus. We're gonna go to the north now, because there is the next batch of biter bases. Oh god, I don't know, everything is in the way. Let's start here. But paint it, just paint it. Paint. Yeah, one thing I should have done different is prepare the walls blueprint better than this. Just hope that the top blueprint there is fully blocked. I think we got it. I think no more biters are spawning here either. Okay, let's go here. I think this is close to the biggest nest we can ever take on, man. I don't know. Was that it? Not quite, but we're almost there. I think, yeah, we did it, man. Holy moly. I'm already tired now. I'm already exhausted. What a battle. Let's look if something is still spawning anywhere. I think that was probably the hardest fight I've ever did for any playthrough, to be honest. That was insane. I mean, the ultimate Death Will challenge or Biters for Resource, nothing was... That was hard, man. I took a lot of attempts as well. Yeah, we haven't spent a single magazine anymore in the last minute. Nor killed anything, so I think everything is blocked. Okay, that was that's just about the limit of the possible, at least for me. I was, what, like 25 nests? 10 biter bases, 15 spitter spawners. I thought it was not going to be that hard. That was pretty hard. Alright, that means that this guy is probably not going to be possible for me. We might just try this one next. Just, this one is a lot more clustered though. So it might be easier to block off in the end. And there's no forests. That still might be possible. The spawn rate is going to be insane though. If we want to take this down ever, it should be the very next one, because the further evolution goes up, the quicker the biters spawn from each nest. So, but yeah, that looks now very hard all of a sudden. You also got to think about the evolution factor reaching 90%. I think we have to try it though. We have to try this one next before going to the easier ones. So it's this one. This one next. Then probably just go over here to start on the copper nests. The rest is all fairly easy, the cleanup, I think. Except for the big worm nest, but that has only 8 nests, so we can do that. We should do that last, probably. Should try that last. I don't know if we can even do this. Oh, alright. I need to put on a clean pair of pants after this ordeal. So I'll be... That's a joke. I need to take a quick leak. I'll be right back. Keeping your pants clean achievement. That's gonna be harder than keeping your hands clean achievement. Alright. Cleanup time. Now we just have to deconstruct 160 gun turrets. Looks like the biters and worms already deconstructed at least 60 gun turrets for us. Okay, let's look at the stats. Actually, we spent over 6,000 magazines during the takedown of this nest. You can see this graph going down as we progressively blocked more and more biter bases. 6.7k, 45 gun turrets lost. That's like 1.5k magazines lost on top of this. So that costs us about 8k magazines, something like that. 8k magazines. Ooh, that's a lot. That is a lot. That's about 1/3 the cost of researching landfill in terms of contribution to pollution to replace the ammo. Something like that. 1600 walls were placed as well. Okay, but that means, hey, that means we can claim this 12 million iron, which I previously thought was impossible. So we need to clean up this, we need to clean up this. I think we're not going to do it now, we're just going to focus on the hard fights. Let's first clean up here. I suppose we'll first just fix everything. We'll go double speed. See how many repair packs this takes. D-Day was yesterday. I really did contemplate calling it E-Day, but I thought the joke would be lost on for people who didn't see the D-Day episode. So yeah, I hope most problems will be solved. Most of my problems will be solved on Vulcanus, but I refuse to think about it until I actually have a chance of getting over there. That's probably It's probably not gonna be like that all my problems are solved when we hit Vulcanus.
Yeah, mate. You first gotta solve all your problems here on Novice. You already found out the hard way that this medium-sized fight was on the edge of the possible. And there aren't all that many easier looking fights left to claim the missing resources we need to get our bottoms off of this planet. We haven't even gotten around to the truly hard fights yet, including the one that was teased in the end of the last episode. Now, I realize these types of episodes ain't suitable for everyone's attention span, and I apologize, but the battles in this and the next episode are by far the most epic battles I've ever undertaken. And the only way to take you through the nitty-gritty experience of it all is, well, to show you the nitty-gritty of it all. I am still editing these battles down like crazy, while simultaneously trying to make it look like it's mostly unedited. And we also gotta take into account that this second war for resources took 32 in-game hours. For contrast, that is more time than the entire playthrough time for many of my other challenge runs. Anyway, out of the over 100 fights we fought, there are 7 battles I wanted to highlight. 4 of them were completed in this episode. There's 3 more to go. First up, there's these guys. The fight we failed in the last episode's teaser. An unfortunately located large double nest that is by far the limiting factor to the size our pollution cloud can grow. And the fight which already kicked us in the balls once we tried to take them out before the Big Biter era, so that's gonna go well. Then there's these guys. An even worse double big nest that makes the previous one that kicked our butts already look like easy mode. And then there's these guys, located right on top of a giant 16 million iron patch that sure looks juicy, but it's protected by 8 practically indestructible big worms. Those weren't a part of the master plan, but we're gonna give it a go anyway. Let's not tell Playing Mike that you can barely place any mining drills on the patch after it is supposedly gonna be blocked off. He will find out about that next time.